Congratulations on purchasing your new Unbridled guide. I am Brendan Wise.
And I am Melanie Ferrier-Wise, and this is Wings, Vlad known around the barn. Vlad is the inspiration for the Unbridled Wings movement.
Today we're going to show you the beginning steps of how we start our horses bridleless.
The very first thing that we have to tell you in regards to riding unbridled is to be careful. Riding a horse in general is a big risk. Riding unbridled is taking an even bigger risk. So when working towards the goal of riding unbridled, always use good sense and take precautions to keep you and your horse safe. The only one that is responsible for you and your horse's safety is you. So take precautions like working in an enclosed space, working to the level of your ability, working with the bridle on first, and properly preparing your horse mentally and physically through groundwork, good horsemanship, and working under the guidance of a professional. Be aware of your unbridled guide. These will not break, so only have it on your horse when you are actively riding, and do not let the horse lower its head to scratch its face or eat off the ground, as the legs of the horse could become entangled in the rope. As always, the safety of your horse is your own responsibility. Be aware, be alert, and be safe.
With all that said, have fun with it. This is a great way to enhance yours and your horse's education.
Good luck, and never hesitate to say hello at shows or expos, or shoot us a message online. We would love to hear from you.
Welcome to Lesson 1, the backup. This is the first lesson you'll need to teach in order to start being successful with unbridled riding. We recommend right now, though, that you keep the bridle on with your unbridled guide for safety reasons and also to help in the training process of the first couple lessons.
To teach this lesson, have your horse in the arena standing still with the bridle and guide on. Apply guide pressure low on the base of the horse's neck. Release as soon as the horse takes a step back. Here we see it from the view of the rider's hands. Apply pressure and release as soon as the horse takes a step back. Repeat this until taking one step back is very easy. Next, link several steps together by giving a mini release for each step to build the horse's response and confidence. Some common mistakes might include that the horse does not back up straight. It might back up crooked one way to the other. For now, don't worry about this. Just focus on the backup step itself. As soon as the horse takes a step to back up, release the neck rope and be content with that. Another common mistake could be that the horse does not back up off of the pressure of the guide alone. In this case, apply pressure with the guide to the lower part of the neck and then pick up on the bridle shortly after to correct the response of not backing up from the guide, and then release both when the horse takes one step back. Repeat this process using the guide and the bridle together until the horse confidently takes the step back from both of those aids. Then eventually take away the bridle and just use the guide little bit by little bit until the horse responds to just the guide. In some cases, the horse will act negatively to the pressure of the guide. Make sure that in these cases, you affirm the correct behavior with the use of the bridle and then slowly add the guide in to build the horse's confidence until the horse is able to respond to the guide.
Welcome to Lesson 2 of your Introduction to Unbridled Riding. In this lesson, we're going to use what we learned in the first exercise to now learn how to stop the forward-moving horse. These first two elements are the most critical to your success and safety in unbridled riding. Review these lessons before, during, and after all of your sessions with your horse.
To teach this lesson, start with your horse moving forward and walk. Put pressure on the lower part of the horse's neck with the guide, just like you would ask the horse to back up. Release when the horse takes a step back. Do not just release when the horse stops, only when it takes a step back. Make sure that you can release the pressure and the horse stands still. If it does not, ask it to back up a step or two, then offer for it to stand still. Repeat until the horse is able to stand still calmly. Once confident that you can stop and back the horse up and walk at any time, start to add some speed like the trot. Don't worry too much right now about if the horse turns left or right or doesn't go exactly straight. Only worry about going a few steps in the trot and then asking the horse to stop and back up. A common mistake right now could be that the horse does not stop or maybe even speeds up while you're asking for it to go directly to the backup. It's important in this step that you apply pressure with the guide and then immediately follow it up with the bridle and then release both when the horse takes the step back. Then link several steps together right away. Another common mistake is that instead of stopping and backing up, the horse might just turn. If this is the case, use steady even pressure on the guide to help the horse find a smaller and smaller circle. The smaller circle will eventually force the horse to stop his feet, giving you a window of time to go ahead and ask for the backup again. Then release the pressure, link a few steps together to build his confidence.
Congratulations! You've completed your first two lessons and are almost finished with your introduction to unbridled riding. By now, you should be able to back your horse up from a standstill, as well as stop the forward-moving horse from a walk and also hopefully from a trot. In this lesson, we will add the basic steering. This is a simple way for you to start to control the direction of your horse while riding unbridled. This is far and away from the product of the bend and balance and control of the whole horse as we would normally like to ride with, but it'll get you started on being safe, relaxed, and controlled when you're riding unbridled. As always, be safe, be smart, and have fun with it. At this time, if you are very confident in your ability to stop the horse and back up at any time, you can go ahead and take the bridle off. However, we'd still recommend that you ride with the bridle as well as the unbridled guide for a little while longer, just until you're very, very confident, the horse is confident, so we can be safe and have the best time possible.
To teach this lesson, start with your horse moving forward in walk. Apply pressure with the guide high on the outside of the horse's neck, and rest the guide low on the inside of the horse's neck. Release the pressure when the horse's shoulders move in the direction of the turn. The bend of the horse does not matter right now. Repeat until the horse is moving away easily. Then work each side individually by stopping, resting, and resetting before moving to the other side. As you gain confidence in the horse's ability to turn easily each direction, mix in changes of direction on small circles and serpentines without stopping in between. And then when confident, add speed. A common mistake in this phase could either be that the horse bends instead of turns, or bends the opposite direction of the turn. In either case, keep applying pressure to the outside of the horse's neck with the guide until the shoulders follow the direction of the neck rope. Another common mistake could be that when you go to turn the horse speeds up. If this is the case, make the circle smaller and smaller until the horse slows down his feet. Then you're able to release the pressure on the guide. If necessary, pick up the reins and use the bridle to also help slow the horse down so that you can release the pressure on the bridle and also on the guide.
Welcome back. You now have the tools to get started riding unbridled. In this lesson, we're going to give you exercises to sharpen those skills to get you ready for future elements that are more advanced. Also, now that you have these tools, you can look to start taking off the bridle in a controlled and supervised environment as you gain the confidence in your horse's ability and understanding of the lessons.
Exercise 1 is just the beginning sequence of serpentine turns, mixing in stops and backups. Start all these exercises in walk, and then when confident, bump it up to a trot. To start this one, perform sets of serpentine turns, little figure eights and little turns at random, changing directions often. Mix in the backup, and remember to make sure that you can sit still after each stop and backup. When ready, go to the trot. And then eventually, try the canter. Remember to use all that you have learned so far to keep the horse responsive and continually attentive to all the cues that you have built. In exercise 2, you will begin to test your horse's ability to go straight. Going straight is merely the perfection of going left and right, which we worked on in exercise 1. If you don't ask the horse to go left or right, straight is all that's left. So during exercise 1, offer the horse the chance to go straight by lowering the guide without any pressure on either side. If the horse does not go straight, turn towards the opposite direction that the horse chooses and go back into your serpentines. So here we see the rider guide the horse towards a straight line, then drop the unbridled guide to a neutral position. When the horse chooses to go right, she picks the unbridled guide up, guides him to the left, and then goes back into her serpentine exercises. After working in your serpentine for a few turns, offer the horse to go straight again. Then once again proceed and choose the opposite direction that the horse chooses. If the horse goes straight, go ahead and ask the horse to stop and let it rest. If the horse were to speed up while you let it go straight, use exercise 1 in the serpentines to bring the horse back down to the desired speed, and then offer the opportunity to go straight again. Use these two exercises in conjunction with each other to teach the horse to guide and change directions easily with the unbridled guide, as well as go straight without speeding up or choosing a direction for itself. Congratulations! You have finished the Unbridled Wings Introduction to Bridleless Riding. It is time for you to go out and practice. Work on each lesson step by step, moving on to the next lesson when you are confident that your horse understands the lesson you are completing very well and is relaxed in the work. As always, we cannot stress enough that bridleless riding is dangerous and should only be done under the supervision of a professional in a safe, enclosed, and suitable environment.
We hope you enjoyed this video and would love to hear from you. If you have any questions regarding teaching your horse bridleless with the Unbridled Guide, or would like to share your progress with your horse, please do not hesitate to contact us on Facebook, Instagram, or through the website. Thank you all for supporting the Unbridled Wings movement. We hope to meet and hear from all of you. Stay safe and have fun.
For all of your sessions to have the most success. That sounds horrible. To have success before have success, blah blah blah. To have success, blah blah blah. Have success. It's great. All right. Yay!
He remembered.
Something's good. We're gonna wait until he's not being a jerk.